Good morning. Today we will discuss the class of 2023 course selection process. All students will be receiving blue sophomore year course selection sheets today. Teachers will speak more about offerings in specific departments and take time to sign course selection sheets for classes that require teacher recommendations. Please keep your course selection sheet at school until tomorrow. This way you can get the appropriate signatures. Students must turn in their completed course selection sheet to their book club teacher on January 21st. A Buck Win Help session will be offered by counselors January 16th in the forum room. Now we will discuss graduation requirements for the class of 2023 so you can ensure that you select what you need for your sophomore year. All students need to earn 24 credits to graduate from Belvedere High School. Each semester-long class is worth a half credit. If you earn at least 6 credits each year, you will be on track for graduation. Within the 24 credits, there are specific requirements that you must be aware of. All students must pass 4 credits of English to graduate. English 9, English 10, English 11, and senior year you can choose 2 English electives or AP English. Students also need 3 credits of math, including algebra or geometry. You need 2 credits of science, 2.5 credits of social studies. Within social studies, you need to complete a year of world studies, a year of U.S. history, and a semester of government. Consumer education is a graduation requirement that you may take sophomore through senior year. Consumer ed is typically taken during sophomore year. It is a half-credit graduation requirement. Students are also required to be in PE unless they are taking health, driver's ed, or have a PE waiver. Students taking driver's ed at BHS will earn 3 credits of PE, while students taking driver's ed privately will earn 3.5 credits of PE. All students need to earn a half credit in health. All students must take career planning. You must earn 1 credit in fine arts, world language, or career and technical education. And then lastly, you will need 7.5 credits of electives. If you will be attending a 4-year college after high school, the requirements differ from our high school graduation requirements. Colleges expect you to have 4 years of English, 3 years of math, which we require too. However, 4 years of math is recommended. You will need to take an extra full credit of science and an extra half credit of social studies, as we only require you to have 2 credits in science to graduate and 2.5 credits to graduate in social studies. Be familiar with your specific college requirements. This will ensure the courses you need to be admitted. Taking additional courses in these core areas will only help your chances of being admitted to your college. Though foreign language is not required to graduate from Belvedere High School, many colleges and universities have foreign language requirements for admission. It is helpful to take at least 2 years of some foreign language in high school so that you can keep your options open. Some schools will accept fine arts in place of a language requirement. Be sure to check with your specific college's admissions requirements to ensure that you take the correct courses. Now we will discuss specific courses students are required to take during sophomore year. The first requirement is 1 credit of English. Students may choose either English 10 or Accelerated English 10. If you select English 10 Accelerated, you must have the signature of your current English 9 teacher. All sophomores are required to take 1 credit of science. The sophomore science choices are biology, if you did not take this in freshman year, chemistry, accelerated chemistry, AP Bio, integrated science, environmental science, AP Environmental Science. If you are interested in advanced placement course, such as AP Environmental or AP Biology, you will need to have the appropriate signature from your science teacher. There have been additional science courses added this year that we will discuss later in this presentation about new science course offerings. In addition to English and science, all sophomores are required to take 1 credit of math. Talk to your current math teacher about their recommendation and have them sign your blue course selection sheet. Then be sure to enter 1 credit of math on your course selection sheet. Although driver's education is not a graduation requirement for class of 2023, students may choose to take it here at Belvedere High School. You must pass 9th grade PE and 8 classes in the last 2 semesters prior to taking driver's ed. The last requirement for sophomores is a half credit of PE. You must check the box in the course selection sheet for PE, or check the box for PE waiver if you are eligible to do so. We have PE. If you are interested in taking 0-hour PE, you must fill out the permission slip in order to participate. If you would like to use a PE waiver, you must turn in a signed PE waiver. You are only allowed to waive the semester you are playing a sport or participating in band. You must have the waiver filled out and attached to your course selection sheet. Students who are on track to graduate and wish to take a study hall during their sophomore year should check the appropriate box on their course selection sheet. Students have the option to have a study hall all year, half a year, or take 7 full classes with no study hall. Remember, you do not receive credit for study halls. The course selection sheet has room for you to select electives for your sophomore year. Please fill in the area with as many electives as you can think of. It is important that you list classes in order of preference because counselors use this sheet to give students alternate choices if their first choice is full. When choosing your electives, refer to your online course catalog for course descriptions and prerequisites. Also, consider classes you need to graduate, classes you may be required for college admissions, classes that are prerequisites for classes you are eventually wanting to take. Consider your career interest and your endorsement area. Also, time management and motivation. This means how much time are you willing to commit to your classes. Running Start is a program where eligible students attend Rock Valley College junior and senior year. They earn a high school diploma while earning an associate's degree at the same time. To be eligible for Running Start, students must have a 3.0 GPA at the end of their 9th grade year. Students must also have completed Geometry, Algebra 1, English 9, and English 10 with B's or better. You must also pass Chemistry and take Consumer Ed. If you have met those requirements, you must pass the Rock Valley Placement Test during your sophomore year. If you are interested in Running Start, be sure to take Consumer Ed, as this is a course that Rock Valley does not offer but is a graduation requirement. As discussed earlier, we have some additional options for you. If you would like to take study hall, you can put that on your course selection sheet. We also have several courses listed as blended. These courses are a blend of online and classroom learning. There will be days you are free to work outside of the classroom as long as you are passing your course. Your teacher will direct you which days you are blended and which days you are to be in class. Classes that are offered as blended are listed on your course selection sheet. Next, we will discuss new courses. Applied English Communication. This is formerly known as newspaper. It has been renamed in order to receive English credit. Next, in our science courses, we have astronomy and meteorology, and applications of STEM. This class is designed for students to explore and apply scientific knowledge and concepts authentically through competitive team-based STEM challenges. Finally, we have AC Pre-Calc with Limits. This is a name change from the current Pre-Calculus Accelerated class. Next, we are going to discuss specifically how to fill out your course selection sheet. On the left side of your course selection sheet, you will see the required courses for sophomore year. Be sure to discuss your next class with your current teacher and obtain their signature when needed. Return permission slips for PE waivers or 0-hour PE attached to this sheet. You will see that on your sheet as well. The right side of your course selection sheet, you will write out your ideal schedule. By ideal, we mean courses you most want to take, not specifically what hour. Below that, you will see alternative courses. Please fill out this section with backup courses. Be sure the classes you are willing to take, because counselors often use these as your first choice, may be full or not work in your schedule. The endorsement box is where you will fill in your choice for your endorsement you will pursue. The endorsement choices are on the Student Services website, and also on the back of this course selection sheet, you will see a box with all of the endorsements listed. Finally, you and your parent or guardian will need to sign the sheet before turning it in. Students that have already met with their counselor can use their 4-year plan to help them fill out this sheet. The back of the sheet includes a list of electives available. You will notice bold and italicized classes. These courses are weighted. This means instead of an A being worth 4 points, an A is worth 5 points. Next, we will look at the Student Services website. On this website, you will go to our Belvedere High School website. You will find it under Student Life. Click on Student Services, and then over on the left, click on Course Selection. You will find copies of the video that we are watching listed right here. I know right now it has the old year, but next it'll be updated by today. And then below you will find extra copies of your course selection sheet if you happen to misplace yours. Then we have important dates listed. What's really cool is we have elective videos recorded by the broadcast team. This class put in a lot of work. They interviewed all of these teachers about their electives, so you can actually choose by elective department what courses you want to hear more about. And then we also at the bottom have a blended class description by a teacher who is currently teaching blended courses. And then if we click on this course catalog, it will take us to the online course catalog where you can, if you're wanting to read more in detail course descriptions, they are available for us on here. And you can review those by class. It'll tell you the prereq, it'll tell you how much it's worth, a description of the class, major themes. So we have that available. You can also review the career guide, and that is a guide on how to select your course, your career endorsement. We have another description of blended classes and also a description of weighted grades. So that is our course website. I'm going to go back here and continue on with our slides and discuss some reminders we have. Remember to get your teacher signatures on your form. Use your 4-year plan to fill out your course selection sheet. If you have not met with your counselor yet to make your 4-year plan, don't worry, that is coming within the next few weeks. Your counselor will ensure that you have picked the correct courses for your endorsement and your career interests, and also to satisfy your graduation requirements. Be sure to have your parent or guardian sign your forms. Turn in your forms to your Buck Club teacher on January 21st. Also be sure that you have all permission slips for things like 0-hour PE and PE waivers attached to your form. Make sure you have your name on all of those forms for you. You will be meeting with your counselor soon if you haven't already. And then lastly, we are just going to review the list of counselors. Mr. Young has students' last names A through GAL. Mr. Ford has students' last names GAM through LN. Mrs. Gamori has students' last names LO through RI. Mrs. Eklund has students RJ through Z. Mrs. Flores Sender works with students in the EL program. And Miss Sasso is our student service registrar and secretary. You can see her for extra copies of your PE waiver if you happen to misplace that, or you can get an extra copy of your course selection sheet if you happen to misplace that as well from her. Thank you guys so much for discussing this with us today. We look forward to putting these in for you and making sure that your sophomore year is going well. Have a great day, guys.